Hello, here I am again, and I am about to glue the pieces of plywood, sorry, this is not, pieces of poplar onto the pine reinforcements. I already sanded them clean on one side, the other side I will do after the glue has set and is dry, and we will glue this onto our pine, and later we will, with a chisel or a file, we will make that it has the same inclination as here. And I apply a thin layer of a thin coat of white carpenter's glue onto the pine and onto the poplar on both parts. Most of the time nobody does that, but I just think it's more secure. There's almost no carpenter who applies a thin coat on both parts. They only apply a coat on one part. But I think it's better to put it on both parts. But thin, because all excess will be squeezed out anyways. That's waste. Okay, so we're about to clamp this one. We have to be very, very alert that it won't slide in all ways. I didn't want to use tooth tooth um, tooth sticks as dowel alignment pins so that they wouldn't slip all over, but I have thought that afterwards, when I want to carve this, because this is poplar wood and I want to carve this, it is inconvenient, not desired, because when there's a toothpick there, it's not nice. If this would be painted, I would use for sure these pins. I let it dry for a moment before I put the clamps on, so that we have less risk that it will start to move with the glue. When the wood and the glue is a little bit when the wood has absorbed the glue, there's less chance that it will slip, move. Not too much. As you see, I remove it again because it was a little bit too much, and I apply it on the other part. So I apply a thin coat, as you can see. Now we are about to put the clamps on. This one we will leave for a little moment yet still, and this one is about ready to be clamped. Later we will find those edges. We will file these edges that they are even. We will file those still. I see there's like some tenth of millimeters too much, which is no big deal, no problem. I start by putting one clamp and don't put a lot of pressure on it, just a little bit, and then immediately the other side as well, the same. And on the inside, which this is the inside, the poplar side is on the outside, in, I put the pressure, and because it might damage the boot a little bit, and we don't want to be there to be too much of damage. And then I start checking. Still can move a little bit. Not a lot of pressure, just a little bit, so that it still can move. The most important is, in fact, the corners. Well, in this case not, because it will be still. There will come here, the side will still come here, there down, and like that all imperfections will not be visible. What we don't want is this glue here. We remove that glue, because later we have to glue something there too. Okay, we'll make sure everything is even. Yes, it feels like yes. No wood missing. Now we can put some more pressure on it with no risk that it will slide. Not a lot of risk. But we keep on checking. Some more pressure, but not too much. We won't overdo this, because it's just a little model house, not a big piece of furniture. Now, yes, now it's even. Well, here too. At the sides, everything is okay as well. And the mark line is okay. I marked a line here to know how much glue I had to apply. And the same we do for the other one. We leave this to dry overnight. Officially they say it needs to dry, let me see. Nah, they don't say anything, but normally it's 24 hours before you can really put a lot of, before you can play in it, work with it. So the next ones are these ones. We put them here flat, so that we know. Yeah. We put very light pressure on it. Glue is already starting to harden, I think. So I have to hurry up. Even though it's white glue, the temperatures start to get warmer. It's spring. 2 more clamps for the tops, and then we can leave it to dry. Now we remove the excess. like that. Some piece of plastic, for example. Well, now we leave it to dry till tomorrow. Before you know, our house will stand just like we made the bridge. You will see that before you know, you'll have something like this. We will carve stones in the first floor, and the second floor will be, like I said, with plaster and wood. But the first floor we will carve just like we did here. Nature stones, a little bit smaller probably. So tomorrow we'll have to continue. We can't continue until now. We will then remove those corners, as I said, file it a little bit even, and then we can glue these two sides tomorrow. And then we can start our carving. Thanks for watching and good luck with your projects. Ciao.